Hey there, and welcome. If you're here, it means you're taking that first incredible step on the journey of learning to read the Quran. And honestly, I'm so excited to be your guide today as we start right at the very beginning with the first 7 letters of the Arabic alphabet.
You know that old saying, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step? Well, for us, our journey to reading the Quran starts with a single letter. So let's jump in and learn the first 7 together. I promise it's going to be easier than you think.
All right, so to get started, you really only need to get your head around 2 simple rules. That's it. These 2 rules unlock the whole system. First, unlike English, we're going to be writing from right to left. And second, most letters are like social butterflies. They change their shape just a little bit to connect to their neighbors. Ready? Let's dive in.
Okay, so these 2 rules are really the foundation for everything. Once you get these down, you'll see how the whole system just clicks.
So here's the deal. Rule number 1, direction. We always write and read from right to left. I know, it might feel a little backwards at first, but your brain will get the hang of it super fast. And second, and this is the really key part, the letters themselves change shape depending on where they are in a word. Think of them like puzzle pieces. They're literally designed to fit together.
All right, time to meet our very first letter, the unique Alif. It's kind of like the A of the Arabic alphabet, and this one, well, it's got a bit of a special personality.
So here's the thing that makes Alif so special. It's what we call a non-connector. Just think of it like a one-way street. It will totally connect to a letter that comes before it, but it will absolutely never connect to the letter that comes after it. It just stops. As for its sound, it's a nice open ah, just like the ah in the word father.
This table really breaks it down for us. When Alif is all by itself, or at the very beginning of a word, is just that simple straight line. See how it doesn't connect forward? But when it's in the middle or at the end of a word, it grows that little arm to connect backwards to the letter before it. That's its one big rule.
Okay, now for what I think is one of the coolest, most efficient parts of the Arabic script. Instead of learning one completely new letter at a time, we're going to learn one shape at a time. The magic that tells them all apart is something called Nuqat, which just means dots.
Check this out. We have one single shape here. It kind of looks like a little dish or a boat, right? Now watch this. By just changing the number and placement of the dots, the Nuqat, we get 3 totally different letters. Put 1 dot below, and it becomes ba. 2 dots on top, that's ta. And 3 dots on top makes it tha. You literally just learned 3 letters by learning one shape. How awesome is that?
And right here, you can see how that dish shape connects inside a word. See how the main shape gets a little more streamlined so it can link up with other letters? But the dots, they always stay put, telling you exactly which letter you're looking at. So for ba, think B like in ball. For ta, it's a crisp T like in top. And tha is that soft th sound, like in the word thin.
And guess what? We're going to do that exact same thing again with a new shape. This one looks kind of like a hook. The same principle applies. We put 1 dot inside its belly, and it becomes the letter Jim. Take away all the dots, now it's ha. And put 1 dot on top, and it becomes kha. And boom! Just like that, you've unlocked 3 more letters.
Now, with this new group, it's not just about the shape. We've got a couple of sounds that might feel a little new if you're coming from English. So let's just take a second to really nail the pronunciation.
Okay, let's talk about ha. This is the one with no dots. This isn't your normal English H in hello. What I want you to do is produce a really deep, breathy sound right from your throat. A great way to practice is to imagine you're fogging up a mirror with your breath. That airy, deep sigh, ha. That's it. That's the sound of ha.
All right, now for kha, the one with a dot on top. This one comes from way in the back of your throat. It's a guttural sound, kind of like you're gently clearing your throat. Definitely not a k sound. Give it a try. Kha. You should feel a vibration right at the back of your throat.
Okay, amazing. You've learned the shapes, the dots, and the sounds for 7 different letters. And now for the really fun part, seeing how they all come together to let you read your very first words.
So let's put all of this into practice. You ready to see how these simple shapes and dots actually come together to make real words with real meaning? Okay, check out our first word, ab, which means father. Now look really closely at how it's built. It starts with Alif, our non-connector. See that little gap between it and the next letter? That's the Alif doing its thing. The ba comes right after, but since Alif refuses to connect forward, the ba just sits there in its final complete form. This is a perfect example of that one-way rule.
Let's look at another one, Taj, which means crown. The first letter, ta, is a connector, so it reaches out and links up perfectly with the Alif. But then, what happens? Bam! Alif stops the chain. It accepts the connection from the ta before it, but it puts up a wall and refuses to connect to the jim that comes after. So the jim has to just sit there by itself in its final form. You see how that works?
Seriously, amazing work. Let's just take a quick moment to recap everything you've accomplished in just the last few minutes, and then we'll look at what's coming up next.
I mean, just stop and think about what you've just done. You can now recognize the first 7 letters of the Arabic alphabet. You totally get the brilliant system of shared shapes and Nuqat. You've mastered that crucial non-connector rule for Alif. You've practiced those tricky sounds for ha and kha. And you've seen with your own eyes how these letters come together to make real words. That is a massive step forward.
So, where are we heading next on this journey? Well, we're going to bring these letters to life by adding the 3 short vowels, which are called harakat. These tiny little marks are going to tell us whether to say ba, bi, or boo, and they're going to unlock a whole new universe of sounds and words for us.
So I've got to ask, how does it feel? You are officially on your way to reading the sacred text. You've taken the first and most important step.
You have built an incredible foundation today. Don't lose this momentum. Don't miss the next crucial step in your journey. Go ahead and subscribe right now so you can continue learning with us. I can't wait to see you for the next part of our journey.